All right, welcome to another very special episode of UnPack Pittsburgh. I am here at Stonewater Salon and Spa, just off of 51, on the border of Baldwin and Pleasant Hills, and I am lucky enough to have the owner, founder of Stonewater herself, Alicia Nath. Alicia, thanks for joining us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So, have you done a couple podcasts yet, or is this
This is, I would say, my second one.
okay?
Yeah.
Excellent, cool. Well, thanks for being on. So let's start from the beginning. So, UnPack Pittsburgh. We unpack the people, places, products that make Pittsburgh so amazing. So, woman-owned business. Obviously, Daryl, your husband, helped tremendously throughout the process. But this is your vision, your dream. Why don't you kind of start from the beginning of how this all came to be?
Well, very beginning, like very.
Whatever
very
you want to
beginning.
share. Yeah, we're in for it. Let's hear the story.
All right.
Not just the good. Let's hear it all.
Okay. So, I guess my passion started whenever I was in high school. I was in ninth grade and wasn't sure like what direction I wanted to go in. Wasn't like passionate about school and, wasn't sure. So I decided to look at the summer. It's a high school, our local high school, and it was like an eye opening for me. I actually started out in cooking, and you didn't know that?
So, full disclosure, I sit on the leadership team here at Stonewater, so I know not just how amazing the business, the experience, but the people behind it all are. So, I might have some specific questions, but no, I actually didn't know that about you.
Yeah. So I knew right away that wasn't for me. I have always, at a young age, loved the arts and cooking and like working with my hands. But I knew I just wanted to keep that between, at home with my mom and, even my grandmother back in the day. But I quickly moved to hairdressing. And when I entered the room and I started working, I'm like, this is me. This is definitely where I belong. And I think the biggest thing, too, with that time is I definitely was a people person. Like I loved being around people and serving people. And alongside of that, my dad at a young age, he was, I would say, a big influence in my life. And he always took us on trips and traveling and customer service. Like we always went to like a hotel with a spa. And I was always fascinated with just like how that whole industry worked at a very young age. This is all my dad's fault, actually. Thinking about
Shout out to Mr. Rosso. He's still helping, by the way.
Yeah. So I think with that just tied in, just being, traveling a lot at a young age and being passionate about hair at a young age, it's just amazing how just things come together. So after high school, I went to a 2-year school called Bradford. It was a business school. And then after that, I went to Chatham University for public relations and marketing. And during that time, I really knew I still wanted to do hair and open up business, but I just didn't feel like I was just quite ready to just go and do it. I kind of felt like I needed to learn a little bit about myself and about people. And so, I mean, I could have done it. I could have just went and opened up my own salon, but I just feel like I needed a little bit of time to just be young before I just jumped into it. Even though I was only 23 when I opened, I got married to Daryl at 23. 2 weeks later, we opened up Stonewater. We started with about 6, including my husband. That was a really exciting time. We started really small. The building that you see now, we were about half the size. We put a big addition on the front of it. Let's say like 6 years into
That's
the
the
business.
main building, the original.
The original building. But yeah, the passion started young. So it's something that, when I opened the business, I knew I loved hair, but I love spa just from the experience as well. And I felt like I wanted to open up a full service place for the community to come in and experience all things. So we started out with massage, facials, and hair. And then we've really grown to a whole other range of other services. So it's been really neat to just see the business just kind of grow in services. It's been really great.
It's cool to know the background. So if you haven't had an experience at Stonewater, definitely come in. But one thing that it's obvious is there is spa in the DNA. So hair services come with a stress reliever, scalp and shoulder massage. When you're getting shampooed, you get the hand massage at the bowl. Obviously, the decor and the peacefulness of the spas. salons can only be so peaceful with hair dryers and a bunch of, people, but
Yeah.
you could really tell that there is a ambiance and a feeling of just relaxation when you walk in the doors.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that is and will always be my biggest priority. Yeah, I have an amazing group of people that work for me. Like it's awesome. Like that almost has to be like a must when you work for Stonewater. You really have to be customer service related. If you ever think about coming to work for us, you have to think about the people that you're serving all the time. That's priority. So whenever I opened, I really took that into just strong consideration. Like I really wanted the details to be important because I really want people to come in and feel like they're at home at Stonewater and they feel comfortable when they walk in. And when someone says to me, Alicia, it just feels like different when I walk in your space. Like I kind of feel like very comfortable. I mean, like it just brings me so much joy when I hear that.
It is interesting. Some people, when you're in the service business, they forget that we're here to serve the guests. Like even like you do laundry, like we all have to pitch in and do whatever we need to, at that moment in time. So, okay, fast forward to now, right? Pushing 50-ish employees, 2 buildings currently as we film this. What are some of the changes you've seen in the industry, the good, the bad, the ugly? Let's talk about the beauty industry for people who are watching this, just who might either want to get into the industry, who are in the industry. Like, how's it changed in the many years since you opened?
Well, one way I feel like it hasn't is people want to be treated kindly. That's something that I feel like as hiring and now and thinking about the people that are coming in, like, I think a lot of people sometimes hide behind the screen, hide behind social media. But at the end of the day, we're here to just serve one another and people. And I really am just a believer of just, I don't know, like people need to really dig deep and find out who they really are and give back to the community. And I feel like just an easy, simple way to give back is just one customer at a time, is that person in your chair, and treating them fairly and giving them your all in that moment. So I feel like that's one thing that I feel like that's something that stays the same and is something that I feel like I could always rely on. But I did notice, I feel like there's a little bit of change in connecting with people. I feel like for me in the chair alone, like to connect with my guest, or even when we're interviewing, I feel like the interviews sometimes could be tricky because it's hard to really connect with someone and really get a good conversation with them going. I feel like if there's, if you're a young person today, really work on that craft of talking to people. People skills. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's kind of something that can be lost if you don't practice it, and that's at the end of the day all we have.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I mean, like it's kind of like me when I plug in to social media or messaging through their DMs. I'm not as good because like I want to write a freaking paragraph to convey my thoughts. So like it's a different communication skill that I'm a little too old for. But then the up and comers, they're used to that. They can text and they can DM and snap and they can do all that great. But then you get into a face-to-face environment and we hear it all the time. Well, I was just super nervous. I didn't know where to look. And you're like, it is a skill, both sides, both the digital
sides.
and
even
the
like
analog.
whenever you meet someone that appears to be like all together and really confident behind the screen. And then whenever you get to know them, you're like, oh, this person's just like a regular old Joe.
We like regular old Joes though. They keep us going.
It's great. Like he seems so like kind of so serious behind the screen, but like it's really refreshing whenever, at the end of the day, we're all the same,
Mm-hmm.
like we're all just looking for connection.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love to provide that at Stonewater, and that's what I'm continuing to strive and to do. Hopefully new things to come soon.
So for those who don't know, Alicia is a hairdresser. Because she keeps in behind the chair, so I'm not sure if you said that in the intro. So Alicia, obviously hairdresser, runs the hair team, facials, massage, nails, spray tanning, teeth whitening, lash and brow, waxing. So many things. So one thing that I get all the time when I give people tours is I've driven past Stonewater so many times. I had no idea you guys offer so much. What is something that someone watching this that you would like to tell them about Stonewater? Like they're on the fence. They one thing I also notice is people have really deep relationships with their hairdresser. They don't like to leave them. You know what I mean? Or they have a massage therapist. Or so if someone's on the fence or looking for a new home to come and try some beauty services, what do you want them to know about Stonewater?
I feel like I said it already, but I feel like when you first walk in our building and you're greeted by our awesome front desk team, you expect a comfortable, warming environment. I've heard this a lot from people, like, it's intimidating sometimes to walk into a salon, and working in the industry is, and me going to spas and salons my whole life, like I sometimes forget, like, you're right, it can be intimidating if it's to walk into a beauty salon, but something that I really work hard on is kind of taking that anxiety away. So don't expect that when you come to Stonewater. Expect to be welcomed and taken care of.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
It's a good, what's the phrase that people say? It's like work-life balance, which is kind of a facade nowadays with technology. But like, we don't unplug too often. And this is a phenomenal escape. And I know some people are fortunate to come quite a bit, and some people will literally save for months to come for an experience. And of course, it's important for Stonewater to meet the mark of the experience, but it just shows you how the service that Stonewater provides is just so wanted, and in some cases really needed by a lot of people in the community. I know you're a big community person. Knowing you behind the scenes, I know community, giving back to the community, having us or Stonewater here to serve is so important to you. So I think it's
really important. Here on 51, we've kind of gotten, not even like a lot of backlash about being on 51. 51 needs redone, but I feel like our community and the strip of 51 is improving. Mm-hmm. And it's really exciting to see things kind of turn around and grow, and just be involved in that way of just hopefully seeing new and fresh things to come, of just growth with development in our area. So that's exciting to kind of get a little bit more involved in, mm-hmm. is to just see growth in our area, of change in our local community here. So that's great. But giving back is so important, and, being a mom of 3 kids and being married and running a business, it is so hard sometimes just to kind of have that balance of trying to keep it all together. It's could be really tricky, and, giving back, I feel like, takes a team effort. It's not just me, it's the whole leadership team. It's all of us as all, I just had a team meeting with the girls, and one of the things they want to do is they want to go to a homeless shelter and serve together. And I'm like, great, let's do it. Let's see how we can make this happen. So that's just something. We did that a few years back at our 10-year anniversary. We did a whole fundraiser and through city missions, and it was a great thing to do. And we're excited to hopefully maybe get involved with them again. There's an event coming up that we're doing that I'm excited about.
I believe the official title is Women That Rock. It's down at Stage AE. Yeah. It's going to be a big event.
Yeah, so we're going to be involved there. So can't wait for that. But we always have stuff we're doing, giving back, and so there's a lot of fun things coming.
And it's so important because the people who watch this might not be in the beauty space or whatever, but it's like, if you're in business or really anything, life can be overwhelming, and it's really easy to put certain things aside. Like the gym. Right now I'm struggling to get to the gym. I keep pushing that aside. I should. It's so important. But like giving back and taking time to help the community and serve, it's just like, that's one thing that I think probably most people could do better, me included.
Yeah, because you have so much, there's so many other plates to juggle, and you're like, okay, where do I need to fill? Where do I feel where I need the balance somewhere? It's hard, but like when you do give back, it is funny how you're just instantly filled in a way whenever you give back. Mm-hmm. It's always a cool thing how that works.
So if there is a beauty student or someone, regardless of their age, thinking about getting into the industry, mm-hmm. what kind of advice would you give them?
I would say hairdressers in particular, and even aesthetics, it is really important to not be afraid to work at the bottom in the business, because at the bottom is something that, I hate to even say the bottom, but like whenever you're an assistant, you're cleaning, you're working, you're inventorying, you're learning the business. You can't be afraid to dive in at that entry level and to work and to work.
Yeah.
Don't think that the worst thing you could do is just get a chair somewhere or get a booth somewhere and not be mentored. So we have a mentoring program here that we do that I am just proud of. It's really something that I feel like where my passion lies is being able to help and mold future hairdressers into being amazing customer service serving industry people. I mean, it is just like, I'm like, girls, we're doing hair. It's like, it's important to do hair and to be good at your craft. But like, if you're not mentored by somebody that is thriving to be the best version of themselves, then you're doing yourself a disservice. Like not saying that I have mentors. I'm working on myself every single day, but like to be able to take an 18-year-old girl and help her achieve her goals is like, there's nothing more I want to do.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool to have Stonewater has both the mentoring side for the hair team and then the coaching program for the entire company. And it's one of those things as a business guy I appreciate, as in it's not just get your certification or your degree, start doing it, and then learn through experience. It's all the above. Plus, let's make sure we could fine tune certain things, because one thing that I can, I'm biased, but can say about working at Stonewater for the service providers is it's more of a career path, right? It's not like they get put in their position. Here's your comp plan. Here's this. Keep going. It's like what skill sets can we help you improve on? Where do you want to go in life? Whether it be a flexible schedule, whether it be help with the way you interact with guests, all retail, so whatever it might be. So I really think that Stonewater does a fantastic job of help mold them even after, no matter where they are at the stage of their career.
Yeah, like we just had a meeting, and I said to the girls, like, this is work. Like, you're working, we have our careers, but it's not. Like, we are living life. Like, we're spending a long ass day together. Mm-hmm. So let's fight to have this be the best day, or let's live life together and try to make this really fun.
Nice. All right, so this is the part of the pod where we switch over. So we got to know Alicia a little bit, but it is a Pittsburgh podcast. So, and this section could be tough because I know how busy you are. You don't get out too much. So let's talk about some things. So what are some of the, so I normally do like bars, restaurants, parks. What are some of the areas, that kind of stand out? I always like to say, like, okay, if someone's visiting you, not from Pittsburgh, Alicia, take me out. Where are you taking me?
My backyard?
Yeah, your backyard's pretty cool, though. I'm not going to lie. But, like, for those watching, because it is always interesting, everybody has different things, like what they enjoy.
Listen, I just went to the Strip, and I know that's where you live, but I love the Strip. I think it was awesome. Dianoia's is one of my favorites. I'm Italian, so I'm like, I think we're related in one way or another because they are like, oh yeah. So Strip, I love going to the Strip. I love city. I do. My husband's more of a country guy, so sometimes we're like, we got to take turns. But I love Mount Washington.
Okay.
One of my favorite places to go. My kids, I'm starting to brainwash them. We actually just got back from New York, and they're slowly being brainwashed into city people too. But yeah, I love both. So I would say, I love Mingo. I love going there. It's beautiful there. Yeah, I think it's funny because I really, I don't do a lot, but we did go to a really awesome restaurant that I love. I love smoking cigars. I don't know.
Oh, that's the one you guys told us with the cigar thing.
Yes. Yeah, that's one of my
I'll put if we can't remember, I'll put the link in the show notes because it is definitely cool. They actually agreed to be on the podcast. We haven't connected yet.
I can't remember.
I haven't been there yet, so that's why I can't remember.
I think that's one of my favorite places.
How about ice cream? Do you guys go get ice cream ever?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite spots is the Pink House in Finleyville.
Oh, that's a good shout out. Yeah, that's a good spot.
That's a great place. Debbie's the owner there. She's phenomenal.
It's like chocolate, correct?
Oh, it's chocolate. They do these amazing. I did these for gifts for my girls one year for Christmas. You take wine there and they dip your wine bottle in their chocolate and they put like plastic on it and then you could crack it off and have some chocolate and wine. That's a great place. So it's a wine place, but it's Hershey's chocolate.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, you know what? I'm not sure if it's the chocolate, but I know for sure the ice cream is Hershey.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, Hershey's ice cream for sure.
Okay.
I don't think they're chocolate.
It's a really cool location. I've seen it before.
Yeah,
like
it's a
on
pink house.
Instagram. Yeah.
A pink old house.
I feel like Finleyville downtown is like an area that's could be super, super cool over time. Just like I think Elizabeth. Every time I drive through Elizabeth.
Mary's Vine.
Mary's Vine, that's it.
Mary's Vine,
That's it.
yeah.
Yeah, check out Mary's Vine. I still haven't, but
It's so cool.
all right.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite spots.
Because there's a lot of parents who watch this, or like, you know what I mean, people with young kids. So I really don't ever offer a lot of feedback for that.
Yeah.
Is there a cool, like, where's Daryl take, is it the bouncy house? Yeah, they're always doing Ice Castle. I know Ice Castle's a big
we
one.
live at the ice rink.
Ice rink, yeah. Yeah.
We do. Yeah, I would say, I mean, my kids love all those bouncy places, you know?
Yeah. We did Putt Shack together with the kids. That was a lot of fun.
Strip district. I
Yeah.
mean, like, I love that my kids could go
Yeah.
to the strip and like enjoy it. Like, we had a great time. Like, it's like the new area is just like really friendly for families.
Yeah. If you're watching this, if you have kids, put some comment or note, notes in the comments, whatever, because I would be curious. That would be a cool feature for like what parents, where are they taking them? I know there's a rock climbing place in Station Square. I heard
We
it's
love
really
it there.
good.
That place is sweet.
I'm biased because the strip just has so much in walking distance. Like I was just telling Daryl to bring the kids down. We could bike down that trail. There's kayaks right there. I mean, like there's just so many fun little things, and especially now that we're recording this right at the start of summer. So everything's just open. Like this last weekend.
Yeah, we're ready to
This
get
last weekend, there was like 5 things in the city, from arts festivals to Kenny Chesney. So like there was just so much. So the city was alive. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm like, at the soccer games right now. I was Ava's soccer coach this year, so that was fun.
Oh, you coached?
Yeah, me and TJ.
Oh, that's
coached
right. That's
together.
right. Yeah.
So that was that's where we were. But
Shout out TJ. He's a local musician amongst other things. Well, we'll link him in the show notes too. There's City Winery, and then there's Pittsburgh Winery. Pittsburgh Winery is the one that we went to.
Yeah, that place was sweet.
That's really cool.
Really cool venue underground. That's just like awesome.
Yeah, it was really nice.
But yeah, my brother-in-law, he's cool.
That's a great one. Pittsburgh Winery. They said they would do the pod as well. Someone told me that one of them's from Pleasant Hills. I don't know if that's actually true or not. So this might be fake news, but that's what I heard.
Yeah.
So more reason to have them on.
Awesome. I'm due to go back.
All right, so we're about at our mark. We do try to get these about 30 minutes. So we always ask, well, first of all, where would you, so there's 2 things, right? There's anyone who's interested in Stonewater, where should they go? And then for anyone who just wants to connect with you, Alicia, where's the best place that they can connect with you? Is it social media? Is it email? What do you prefer?
Yeah, I would say Instagram is probably the best. I mean, you could reach me through Stonewater or my personal, just Alicia Nath. Yeah, that's where you could reach me.
Cool. And we'll put, for those who are interested in beauty questions or anything like that, in the show notes, we'll add Stonewater's contact information and also Alicia, her Instagram handle. So.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm always open to questions or helping, or if you're unsure about the industry, have any questions about, wondering if this is something that you want to do, just DM me and I'm here for you.
Yeah. Or if you just want an escape and you need a really good getaway, definitely check out Stonewater. Yeah. And I mean, right now there are so many new businesses coming. Cohen just came. I heard there's a Starbucks coming. Yeah. There's a lot of people going to be around this area.
Yeah, so there's a lot of change coming to this area. Yeah. So yay to that.
Yeah. So South Hills of Pittsburgh, Baldwin, Pleasant Hills kind of border, Stonewater Salon and Spa. Definitely check it out. Alicia Nath, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
You're welcome.
All right. So that's it. This episode of UnPack Pittsburgh. We are here at Stonewater Salon and Spa. Thanks for watching. Check out the show notes, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.